Hello everybody, welcome back. Let's have a look at some of these coins. We'll start with Bitcoin dominance, because I am expecting a bit of an alt season in this month and especially into next month. So what we're looking to do is try and find some decent ones, really, with some decent signals, which are going to be looking to do maybe even 2 or more X in the next couple of months. There's no reason why they couldn't do that. I strongly do believe that they will. But first, they're not all spot holds. Some of them are bot trading, so I've set some of these up already for automated bot trades, and if you want to get involved in that, there's a link below where you can set your bots up. Also join my Telegram. There's a lot of us doing the bot trading, a lot of us making a lot of money with that bot trading. So before we start, this is the descending channel here on Bitcoin dominance, and this is the one that we've been trading generally to try and spot where Bitcoin I suppose peaks and altcoins rise, and then obviously the rotation goes full circle. So the descending channel like this will often break to the up, so this does suggest that actually there is a chance that there may not be an alt season and that Bitcoin will completely dominate and break out of this, and that would be unfortunate, but personally I'm not really entirely sure that is going to be the case. I think what's going to happen is that we will get a decent alt season, and we're going to come up to around about these levels. We may have even already peaked. A lot of people believe that 66 is the area where it peaks. I like to look at the channel itself, and I personally think that we could maybe even push towards 68% dominance before we get that descent. So So when am I going to wait for that? No, I'm not. I'm going to start buying in at these levels now, in anticipation for what I think could be a really significant alt season. Now, we're already seeing some of these top cap alts rally with Bitcoin, some of them being left behind, but some of them really rallying and some of them surpassing it, like XRP for instance. So that shows that there is a lot of money going into altcoins, but it would suggest that the top caps are the ones who are getting it, and not all of the top caps are getting it. So let's have a look then. First of all, Bitcoin completely just launching and rallying and staying even above the Bollinger Band at the moment. So in this respect, it kind of looks like there could be more of a continuation. It's gone super bullish. I mean, it's been parabolic for a while, and now it's blowing its top off, and that's fine. Because in my experience, when this happens and it continues to happen, and more people put new money into it, I mean, I don't want this to sound offensive, but it's called dumb money, is when it comes in at the end of a rally, then it basically just gets flooded into the entire market, and the market gets propped up. So I'm quite happy to continue with this. I don't see any specific warning signs of a giant crash. There will be dumps, but I don't see any reason for there to be a crash. As we all know, the dollar index, the Dixie chart is being demolished as we speak, and we've broken down multi-year supports now, so it suggests to me that we're only going to continue to go down, and with or without that stimulus, we're going down anyway. As soon as America agree on some form of stimulus bill, it's just going to go down even more. So it's good news for pretty much the entire world currencies versus the dollar. It's good news for all commodities, assets, indices, and cryptocurrencies. It's just not good for the American person, unfortunately, but you got to do what you can. Use that knowledge to your benefit, really. Right, so let's have a look at Algorand. So Algorand is the one that we've been calling on this one, and this is my biggest bot trade setup at the moment. It's only a couple of days old. Bot profit up 5, almost 6 algo against BNB. BNB has also been rallying as well, and my investment change up 6.37%. So not too bad for a few days bot trading, but this is just the very beginning. I do believe that this one is going to actually do some decent rallying pretty much any minute, and let's have a look at the reasons why. So on the 12-hourly chart, what we're seeing is the very first signs of a really big move. We've got our golden cross take place on the 12-hourly there. The last time we had one of those, well, we did have one here, bit of a fake out, but this goes along with the rest of the market. But the last time we had one here, this is our golden cross, and we started to launch from there, and we went up 223%. Now, I'm not saying that that's going to happen again, but I am saying that this is a bullish setup and a bullish signal. When we look at the rest of these indicators, bullish. Let's just double check that RSI. Yeah, no, nothing secret hidden bearish divergence or anything like that. It's basically pointing to where it wants to go to. Once these areas here are taken out, which is the areas which we're pretty much at right now, between 37 and 39 and basically 39 and a half, then I would imagine that we would launch all the way up to this previous high relatively soon. And that would be great, because that's essentially, doubling. That's a 100% move there. My trading bot is going to go crazy on that one. I'll be earning not just the money from the original investment, but I'll be profiting on BNB. And BNB, I don't know if you've seen my video, but I do believe that BNB is going to have a very good year this year. New money entering the market, new people coming onto Binance. Basically, BNB gets burned with every transaction. I won't bore you to death, but my top target is just under $100 for a BNB. So I am looking to stack a lot of those, basically. There's no reason why I shouldn't. So Algorand's still looking very good. In fact, they've got that golden cross on the 12-hourly, and that was only going to correspond to a golden cross on the daily, which looks like, if at this rate, it could complete by the end of this weekend. Now, the last time we had a golden cross on the daily, obviously caused this move here, so we dumped back down into it, and then again from this dump here. This is very common to see that with a golden cross, a dumping into the exponentials and then a launching from that, and again 177%. So very bullish on this one, very bullish on this one. Also very bullish on FET AI. So this one pretty much the same kind of deal. When we look at the 12-hourly, what we're getting is a incoming golden cross on the 4-hourly, so 12-hourly. So it's not in the same kind of setup. It's not the same kind of boat, but it is a very similar chart. Now, if we look at the Ichimoku cloud, what we have here is we've broken out and we're available now to move outside of this. So this resistance zone here has now been broken out of. The Bollinger Bands have pinched very tight and close together. We're basically ready for a breakout, and when this one breaks out, this one's going to be absolutely phenomenal. So I've gone on a spot hold with this one. So this is kind of where we are right now, broken above the 200 exponential, looking to launch. And last time we did that, we did a 443% move. Not too shabby. This is bullish, this is bullish, this is bullish. When we look at this on the weekly as well, this suggests that any move that takes place around now is neither here nor there. We're looking for the bigger moves to take place on this token into January once this cloud is dissipated. Now, we could launch massively and break out of this Ichimoku cloud, just like what we saw with XRP, but for the moment it's not the same kind of setup as XRP had. This is still essentially a very, very low bottom zone, and if we look at what some of the areas that we have to take out in the future, if we were to ever get back to our I suppose our initial coin offering high to 66, well, it's too early, 675% move from where we're at right now to there. And to be honest, I don't think that that's out of the realms of possibility. But when we're looking at this chart right now, we do have a very bearish setup with the Ichimoku cloud, a long way away before we go bullish on that on the long term. But if we do go bullish on this long term, then it will be pretty significant, I would say. Then obviously we've got our old Ocean Protocol, one of our favourites, the one that I like to stack the most of. What we're looking at here could be considered, and it's very messy because these are wicks, could be a giant cupping handle. If we go to it on, actually I suppose the 3-day might show it better. Let's have a look. Yeah, so this looks a little bit more like what you would expect to see from a cupping handle. So cupping handles, basically the way that they work is they form a cup, they form a handle, and then once the handle has broken this area here, then it will basically launch. So what we're looking to see is a giant launch from Ocean Protocol, one that could probably make it into several dollars. Definitely into next year, several dollars, I would imagine. It's a very early chart here, so it's not much to go by. But what we do have is the histograms beginning to turn up. Same is the RSI. The buybacks have basically been at around about that 35-cent level, which was basically just above my overall buy zone. So what I'm suggesting here is that this is the double bottom, and we should be okay to go onwards and upwards. Now, if we do break down, obviously it all depends on Bitcoin. Then yeah, I would be very interested in buying back down at these levels. Now, the one that I wanted to bring to your attention is EOS. Now, EOS is basically a massive underperformer. It's not done a great deal for a very long time. It's been pretty much useless, in fact, as far as price is concerned. And back in the olden days, you know, when I was involved in all this, it was this. I mean, it was higher than this. It was about $20 for one EOS. Now, there's no reason for it to not do that again. Fundamentally, it's exactly the same, and actually, it's got stronger. They've got partnerships with Google and things like that, so there's no reason for it to be dying. The chart is what I'm going to be analysing on this, and I would suggest that we're coming out of a period of massive consolidation, which essentially we are still just breaking out of here. Let's have a look at this. So yeah, we've broken out of it here, multi-year consolidation, and this is what I would call accumulation. And we see this with a lot of coins. I bring this up with a lot of coins. Seen this on XRP, and you know we accumulated XRP accordingly. I would argue that EOS is doing the same. So we've broken out of it here. That multi-year support gave us a pump, and we wish it exactly the way that XRP behaved when we broke out of it. A pump came back down to kind of test it as support, and now we're probably going to meander around these levels. Then these areas again are called accumulation zones, and they can take days, weeks, sometimes months. But then when it gets left behind, they're essentially, you know, they start to make spikes like in the inverse of what you see here, just like XRP did. So we see this descending trend form. Then what we'll have is a period of accumulation, and then we'll have our first big spike. Now, I would imagine that the first big spike could lead us up to, you know, maybe even, you know, this area here, around about $5.50, maybe, because that's an obvious place to get rejected from. But then it'll tail off. Then again, there'll be another massive rally up to around about 8 or so, and then a consolidation down. It's basically, if you look at the XRP chart, in fact, I might as well bring it up now. The XRP chart is basically a good indicator for how these things work. Now, XRP and EOS, they're what are known as dinosaur coins. They've been around for a long time. They're not new coins, and that's a good thing when it comes to technical analysis. We can use these charts in a better way than we can with some of these other coins, like Ocean, for instance, who are basically relatively new to the market and have a very limited price history. So this is the consolidation for XRP. This is where we broke out, and obviously this was March, so it was a bit of a problem. But then the last time we broke out of it here, and then this is the accumulation, and the first big rally coming up to test more or less the same spike zone over here. Come back down, accumulation, massive big rally coming up to, I suppose, test some of these highs, isn't it really? So now what we're looking at is EOS to follow the same bag. So I have no problem with this one basically following that exact methodology. The coin's been around for ages. The chart has been around for ages, and I am certainly not bearish on this overall because of the fundamental value it's got to it. So I would expect that what we're going to see is these stair steps down are a thing of the past. Now we're going to start to see the stair steps up, and they will be big. And again, I like these underdog coins that people forget about and people think are useless because they don't move with the rest of the market. They have their own thing going on. That's the beauty of these older coins. They have their own thing going on. And EOS will take people by surprise. It used to be one of those top coins that people loved. It basically retraced an enormous amount all the way back down here. So absolutely, I mean, this doesn't even do it any favors because it was $20 basically. So if we were to measure it from a $20 zone all the way down to these zones, here's a 93% retracement. Even from where we are at right now, it's still an 84% retracement. You're basically buying the bottom at these levels. That's what you're doing. You're basically buying the bottom. In my opinion, I'm not your financial advisor. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it with you there, but thank you for watching. And join my Telegram, and use up some of those links below. I've got links for everything. You can save yourself a great deal of money on your trading fees with Binance. But more importantly, subscribe to the channel and join my Telegram, and we can always chat about whatever it is. If you've got any questions, or you've got your own trade setups. We love all that stuff on our channel. Anyway, thanks for watching. Take it easy.